Welcome, Facebook. Welcome, Instagram. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for your patience. We are here. Yay, says Lou. That powerful introduction, if you were able to see it and listen to the music. Today is about magnetizing you to money. And feeling is everything. And feeling, okay, well, the internet and Facebook is interesting, is everything. So I know everything happens the way it's supposed to. And what's an incredible thing is if you are on Facebook with us, to just notice what was going on in your mind and how you were reacting or responding by choice to what was happening. And it's really like life gives us opportunities to learn and to practice what I teach. So patience and knowing that it all comes at the right time. So thank you for being here. And I apologize for the lateness. We were aiming to start at 11:11 with so many amazing things to happen, and it's perfect. So thank you. Thank you for holding the energy. And this is such a powerful message that we crashed, like they wouldn't even let us start. So good. And Leanne says she booked an event for her business while waiting. That's so good. So thank you for being here. Magnetizing yourself to money. That is today. And I just noticed we don't have our mic in. There we go. That might help. Instagram. It's perfect. Today is very special, and perhaps it's so special, so magnetic that we broke Facebook. That's what I believe. It's such an important message today as you learn to magnetize yourself to money. Today is very, very, very special. And we'll be going straight through until 1:11 Eastern. I would like you to acknowledge that you attracted this to you. You, here on Instagram, here on Facebook, you attracted this. However you attracted it, however this fell on your lap. If you are new to my world, I'd like you to say, hello, I'm new. Hello, I'm new. And welcome to my world. My name is Danielle Amos, and I am tuning in here from Stratford, Ontario here today. And I'm your guide as you magnetize yourself to money today. This is for you. And as you put your oxygen mask on for you, you will help your family, your community, and the world. So I want to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? I'm new. I see lots of new people. Welcome. Where are you tuning in from? Tell us your name, and if you're new, and if you've been here for a while, share that too. If you've been in my world for a while, let me know. My name is Danielle Amos, and my story is this. I was not magnetized to money. In fact, I probably was repelling it for a very long time. I was in over $100,000 in debt, in credit card debt, in loans, and not including my asset, like not including the house or anything. And it was a really challenging time. And in that time, I had been reading all the books about how to become successful because I knew that I could be. I just had this feeling. I don't know if you can relate. And because of my present circumstances, I was not in a state where I was magnetizing myself to money. I was not happy and I thought something was wrong with me and I blamed everyone but me. And the more I tried, the harder I tried, the worse things got. And the more negative I became. And people would tell me, and the books I read would tell me to give more, to, be a better leader. And I didn't understand that I wasn't applying this work because I was working so hard. Life was not fun. And yet I persisted. And I literally stumbled across this information and I applied it to my life. And fast forward, really within 3 weeks, I changed my circumstances. I started attracting attracting things into my life that I couldn't explain, like speaking engagements, like new business partners where there had been none, like new clients coming out of from nowhere. And so I became so obsessed with understanding what happened to me, that because I was in such a rotten space for so long and so negative for so long, that I needed to understand what changed for me. And that's why I'm here today, because I believe that each one of you deserves to be wealthy. Abundance is a state. Fast forward 6 months of really being in this material and everything changed. I became a leader in my company. I was winning awards. My yearly income became my monthly, all of this really incredible stuff. I tripled my income actually. And what's so key to this is that I was in the place of so much debt, so much hurt, so much pain for me, but the people around me as well. And I applied this to my life. So I magnetized myself to money and then have been able to help others understand this and now earn millions, multi millions. And I share that with you because it's been in a relatively short period of time. And I know from where I was that if I can, you can. Today is a really special day for me because we are launching a movement today that will help you stay accountable to doing and being the type of person you need to be to magnetize yourself to money forever. And it's a really special movement. Not only money will you attract to yourself, you'll also attract abundance in all areas of your life. It's my purpose to show you, to show others how to do this, to stop settling. Most people say, show me the money, though, show me the money. Because I have love, I have abundance in other areas, I have health. Who here desires more money in their life? Declare that you desire more money. And I want to hear from you what that looks like. What does it mean for you to have more money? Show me the money. What does it look like when you have more money in your life? What would you do with more? Why more? And here's the thing, you get to want more. More freedom. Be specific, Chris. What would you do with it exactly? What does more mean for you? Why? Do you really know why? Take a moment to write it down in your journal or share with me in the chat. Why more money? Good. Be as specific as possible as you share with me. Magnetizing yourself to money. When you attract money to you, it comes because of the state you are in. To attract money to you, there are 3 parts. So good. Good. Keep the comments coming. I see them. I see you. There are 3 parts when you magnetize yourself to money. And think about what a magnet is. A magnet is an attractor. You cannot stop like you can't stop the attraction. You've got a magnet and then I've got a dime or a paper clip and it's like whoosh, whoosh, like I can't turn it off. It attracts. That's what you become like when you take on the challenge that I'm about to give you today. Magnetizing yourself to money, it's a trifecta. There are 3 parts to this, and I'm going to bring you to this today. So thank you for being here. Play full out in the comments today and on your notebook so that you get the most of this. There are 3 parts: be, do, have. You've heard me say this before, only I'm going to spin it a little bit different for you as we magnetize yourself to money right now, today. And I want to be clear, it's not only money that you'll be magnetized to. I want you to write this word down: abundance. Abundance. Wealth. Wealth is abundance in all areas of your life. When you are abundant, it is in all areas. Money is one of them, and money, yes, is incredible. But abundance is a feeling, it's a state. And when we are in an abundant state, it shows up everywhere. Good health, a healthy bank account, good relationships, positive relationships. So really think about this. Abundance is in all areas. Today, we're going to talk about money because I have people say, okay, that's fine, but show me the money. I get it. I get it. We're going to expand that for you today so that you can magnetize yourself into a powerful magnet. And think about this, a magnet can lose its magnetism. The truth is, we're always attracting, we're always a magnetic match to something. We just want to make sure that we're magnetizing ourselves to abundance. So let's talk about the trifecta. The first part of this trifecta to magnetizing yourself to money, to abundance, is being able to see, appreciate, have, be in gratitude, acknowledge, experiencing abundance now, money now. The first part is the seeing. It's the acknowledging of what you already have. Seeing, appreciating, acknowledging, experiencing gratitude, for what already is there. Think of all the areas right now that you are already abundant. Make a list. What are the areas in your life right now that you are already abundant? Maybe love, maybe relationships for you, maybe time. Where do you already feel abundant? Feel it now, right now, in this present moment. This is so important because abundance is a state, it's a way of being. Describe it for me in words. What does this feel like as you acknowledge where you're already abundant? What does it feel like as you acknowledge it? Let's describe it in the chat. I'm seeing warmth, happy. Keep the words coming because this feeling fills your entire body. And if we're not willing to take this first step of our trifecta, the money can't come. You're not a magnet. Gratefulness, I'm seeing. Joy, complete, calm, beauty, appreciated. See, it's a gratitude state, isn't it? See, acknowledging. And this state where you acknowledge what you already have, what's already there, it naturally flows. It like naturally flows you to bigger fortunes. Now, people talk about gratitude all the time. And many of us have gratitude practices. But here's the thing, we can't be grateful in the morning when we're writing our list and then not noticing what we have in our moment to moment life right now. It doesn't work. Can you relate to that? Can you resonate? So we're writing out our list of gratitude in the morning, and then all day long we're disappointed or we're frustrated. That doesn't work. That's not the state that I'm talking about. It's a feeling right now in this moment. And being in the moment and acknowledging what you have right now puts you in the flow of more. I want you to think about something that you've wanted and you bought. Think about something that you've wanted and you bought, like you really, really wanted. Maybe it's a pair of shoes or a dress or a new iPhone or a trip, and you bought it. Everyone think of something that you wanted and you bought. And it was like something to purchase it. Like it took something to purchase it. Something that was maybe a little uncomfortable. How did you feel when you bought it? Think about this. I'm going to share a story with you. I booked a ticket. So this is in the beginning of this work, and I wasn't that far into it, and I really wanted to go to the company conference, and I purchased the ticket to go to the conference, and I didn't have the money, and I needed to also book the hotel room. And I bought the ticket to the conference and I felt so guilty. I knew I really wanted to be there, but I was so worried when I purchased that ticket. Can anyone relate to that? When you make a purchase and you it scares you, like you might be excited, like I was excited to go to the conference, but I was really nervous. And I felt guilty because I technically didn't have the money. And although I was really excited, there were still seeds of doubt like, could, like, was this right for me to go? Like, I desired this, but was, like, do I deserve it? The money could be used for something else. My husband is working really hard and there's that things that he wants and needs and is not doing. And I purchased the ticket and I was telling myself stories to make it okay. Like I was saying, well, the money's going to come back and I really need to go. And then what if, what if I go and it doesn't make a difference? What if? And so, if I'm really honest with myself, my state was not one of abundance when I made that purchase. My state was actually worry. It was excitement, but I was worried. I was worried that I didn't deserve it and that it was a mistake. See, I want to learn from this. I'm seeing that's what happens to me almost always. I want us to learn from this because seeing abundance, being in the state of abundance, it's a state. Let me explain. Abundance is a feeling, and it's what you want to feel at the moment you make a purchase, at the moment you spend money. And it's actually a feeling that you want all day long. Abundance. And it's a feeling that runs through your body like a wave. And you described it in words earlier. It's a feeling of overflowing, that I'm okay, that this world is meant to be abundant. It's one of beauty, of safety, of calmness. It's a state. And the more we can see abundance in our now, right now, in this actual moment, and allow the feeling to go through you, the more will attract and you'll become a magnet. And most importantly, when you spend the money, when you take actions, you want to be in that state. And it's a feeling that you'll create in your body. And you want to have it all day long. See, it's not natural for us to feel it. It's not like what we were programmed. It's actually our natural state. It's our birthright to be abundance. We have a flow, but it's not how we've been programmed to live. We've been programmed to live in a state of lack, to see what's wrong. And so this takes something. It really does take something. And it starts with right now, what you have. What you have, what you're experiencing. Like, look out the window. Look out the window. And let's bring this feeling right now into our experience. When I look out the window, I see the most beautiful tree that's turning color because it's fall here. And there's such beauty in it. It has red and orange and yellow and green. And it's beautiful and it's like art right outside my window, right here for me to see with my eyes. And if I really think about the beauty of it and the nature, I have the feeling and it waves through my entire body. And I'm grateful and I can appreciate it and I can see the abundance. I can feel it. This morning, I woke up. Well, it was my daughter actually that brought it to our attention after my studies. She said, "Mom, it's cotton candy." I was like, "What's cotton candy?" "The sky." And she had all of us come to the window. And the sky was blue and pink, like cotton candy, the different colors of cotton candy. And she was so right. And it was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And she attracted that abundance to her in the moment because she was in the state of abundance to see it. She saw it and she acknowledged it. And then she shared it with us. And then I got to experience it and we expanded the moment as a family. We expanded the moment. And we were grateful that we attracted it to us. We acknowledged it. Eloise took a photo. She always takes pictures. And the feeling went all through our body. What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? What else do you have right now in the moment? Perhaps you're drinking a delicious cup of coffee. And as you taking a sip, you feel it. And you prolong that experience right now. So it's not in the future. There's my goal. Let's see. That was my goal, telling me that I'm so happy and grateful. I want to go back to the story when I bought that ticket, when I booked the conference. Think of something that you booked or you bought that you were anxious about. What's a purchase that you made in the past that you were in lack and you were worried about it? I want you to imagine earning $100,000 a month. And then suppose that you made that purchase today. So I want you to think back. I shared when I purchased the conference ticket and my plane, and I felt guilty. And I had all the questions about it, and I was totally in lack. And I want you now to imagine a similar situation, something that you bought and the energy around it, and now come from an experience of you earning 100,000 a month, and that you make that purchase today. How would you feel? Would I have felt the same way booking that ticket? Would I have been in lack? No. I'd have the feeling of overflow, wouldn't I? I have the feeling of overflow. I'd be free. Something that you want for yourself. I want you to picture that. We are loving connection. Oh. You know what happens when, we're having technical difficulties now on Instagram, and I want to say something. You know, sometimes the message is so powerful that we like crash the internet. We break things. So, using your imagination, you can feel what it would feel like if you were earning 100,000 a month and then you made that purchase. You would have the feeling of overflow. You would have the state of abundance, wouldn't you? You would feel abundance. You'd have that wave through you, running through you. See, when we go into our imaginations and we do something like that, when we feel that, we can get ourselves in the state. But I want you to connect the dots now, that it's the same feeling. I want you to bring about the same feeling in your body when you imagine that you have 100,000 and now you're purchasing something that you want that before made you uneasy or nervous. That same feeling is I look out in the tree and I see the abundance and the beauty of the nature. Yeah, I would feel how the cotton candy skies look. Do you see that? Do you feel that? It's a state. And it's so important that you see the beauty now. You can use things in your imagination to connect to that feeling and play these games. It must be in the now for you. Every single one of you has something that they can feel abundant about now. I remember when I was 100,000, six figures in debt. And it was hard and I didn't get this and I was angry. I was like, how am I supposed to feel this feeling? But it's not until I do that I can have more. And I remember specifically being at a restaurant at a dinner. And it was a dinner that my leader had purchased. I had been invited out. And it was a beautiful dinner. It was a pizza restaurant. And she was buying everything for us as leaders and thanking us. And I had this mushroom truffle pizza. And if you would have seen me there, I savored that pizza and the taste of truffle. And I prolonged the experience. And I left that dinner feeling so grateful and in this feeling state. And then I noticed how other pieces started to flow to me, like other reasons to be in this state. On that same trip, for no reason at all, I was received an upgrade from the hotel and I was given access to the VIP lounge in Vegas. And it meant that I could have breakfast because at that time I was so far in debt. And I was so grateful. And I just felt like I got to invite, like it was for our room, so I got to invite 3 guests. And we savored it. And then I remember being at the bar after the conference that evening, and there was a country band playing. And the music sounded different. I was so in the moment. And the music to my ears was so beautiful. And I shared how I was feeling with the lead singer. And I was so grateful to attract the music. There was so much that I already had. This feeling of seeing abundance right now is step number 1. And it's really a serious one. Like, we can't fake it. It's one that's a feeling that is like a wave that runs through your entire body. And when you notice it in your moments to moment, day to day life, life changes because you now become a magnetic match. Now, today we're talking about magnetizing money, but here's the truth that you will now magnetize everything that's good, positive, beauty, more of it. When you see it now, it's not in the future. This is really important. This is not in the future. It's right now in this physical experience. It must be now. And it's so important that you stay in the emotion of it. Not the future. So I'm going to ask you again to focus on what you have now. Look at the good. Look at the beauty. Look at the abundance around you now. And feel this joy, this richness, this gratitude from head to toe. And as you do this literally, it's like you now tune yourself or turn on the switch or magnetize yourself. Because this is the truth. Many of you, myself included, before this work, I was magnetized to not enough. There's not enough. And so, what did I keep attracting to me? Reasons to feel like there wasn't enough, lack, limitation. Most of us, just by default, because of the way we've been programmed to look at life, we've been magnetized to not enough. But by you doing this first step in seeing abundance and feeling it, you turn on the switch. You magnetize yourself to what is there, not what is not there. It's a massive difference, and most people don't understand it. This is your first step. You've been tuned in, you've been magnetized to not enough. And this first part of the abundance movement, of magnetizing yourself to money, is seeing what you already have, is feeling what you already have, acknowledging it. You turn on your magnetism to what is there. You magnetize and you bring your attention to what is there, to the abundance that already exists. And where you put your focus, it's going to grow. It's that simple. It's that simple. This is step one, and you cannot go on to step two, to the second part of this trifecta, if you do not activate this now, 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 now. Instead of seeing what's missing in your life, see what is there. See, experience it. Prolong the moment, acknowledge it, feel gratitude, get into it. Feel, slow it down so you can feel it, savor. The lemon, feeling so much lemon. I'm so grateful for the ability to taste that right now. This is how we do it. Document it, draw it, take photos of it. The cotton candy sunrise today, take a photo of it. Prolong the feeling, allow it to, like a wave, come over you. Does this resonate? See the abundance and have the feeling now. Does everyone feel it? Can you get into it now? Magnetize yourself. Step one. And here's the thing, you're going to need to practice this. Practice seeing and feeling abundance day to day. As you spend money, as you go for a walk, as you interact with your family, with your prospects, with your colleagues, with each other, you're going to need to practice it. Practice seeing and feeling abundance in the day to day. I allowed myself to take a view from my home office. I see your comment right now, and you're so grateful. You attracted this. Even this class, even this live, you attracted this. Acknowledge this. And then examine the feeling and feel better every single day. It is in this moment now. Feel and focus on the abundance of that's already here. You already have. It's in the present. In this part 1, you become a magnet. Whoosh. Not only for money, but for it all. See, abundance is your birthright. It is your natural state. It is. We were just programmed and we have beliefs that kink the hose. That's it. So good. So that's part 1. That's trifecta 1. That's part 1 of becoming a magnet, and really part 1 of the abundance movement, which we're launching today. The second pillar is giving. Because you can not give what you do not have. This is why step 1 is so important. You cannot give what you do not have. If you are not love, you cannot give love. If you are not happy, you cannot give happiness. Part 2 is giving. Giving. What we want to grow in our life, you want to give more of it. So, if you want to magnetize yourself to money and you want more money in your life, then we must give more money. Most importantly, it's abundance as this state of this feeling, and there's many ways that you can give it. And you must be it, see it, have it first, which was step 1, which is the first part. Give abundance. You want to understand that this is a cycle. So there's a ripple effect. So that's the wave that you see in our logo of the abundance movement. There's a ripple effect of this work. But you may have noticed the infinity. There's a cycle. And what you give comes back. The energy you put out must come back to its source. Give. What you give and how you give abundance comes back. Now, it's not why you put more abundance into the world. It's not a trade. And it must be done in the feeling. So I spent quite a bit of time talking about that feeling of abundance and how it's a state. And you want to get yourself in that feeling of gratitude, appreciation, abundance, overflow, having, noticing what's already there, not by seeing what's missing, in order to be ready or to give. And what you send out comes back. My daughter calls it the boomerang. And you feel wealth, you feel abundant as you give, and it's magical. It's so special. I'm going to give you some examples of this because it's not only about the money, although you tell me, show me the money. So we're going to use money examples, and there's so much more, just like I admired the tree or I felt the beauty of sipping my drink. There are so many ways to share abundance and to pay it forward, to give. I'll give you an example. What if you're in a coffee shop or you are interacting with a woman behind the counter and they provide you with some really great service and you give a sincere compliment and you thank them and then you go share a compliment with that person's boss. And later you learn that that woman became employee of the month and it started with your compliment and your acknowledgement to her boss. And that inspired her to just give better service and be better. Think of the ripple effect, giving compliments, or perhaps you are at your best friend's house or your sister's house or brother's house and you give them the gift of time and your attention and your ear. And you put all your focus on leaning in and listening. And because they felt heard, they then were a different mother, brother, boss. There's a ripple effect to this work, like a wave. And as you give abundance, the world becomes a better place. It expands, doesn't it? You're right. And it comes back, but it's not why we give. It comes back like the boomerang. But here is the thing you must remember. You've got to be in a state. You don't give to get. That's trading. And you've got to be in this state where you already see it. It could be through money. And this is one of my favorite ways where you tip the bill. Whether you are at your favorite coffee shop and you tip $10 and they run up and they're like, you made a mistake. My daughter loves doing this. She loves buying boba tea. And it's about $5 and she was in the store and she loves like using our Visa and, tapping and stuff. And so the woman had turned off the tip option. Eloise was like, where's the tip? I'm ready to tip. And the woman's like, oh, no, 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 don't worry. No, Eloise was like, no. It's like almost like why she wants to purchase the tea so that she could just leave a tip. Like, it's so funny. So the woman turned it on and she's like, and Eloise put $5 and her bill was $5. And the woman's like, oh no, mistake. Like, you made a mistake. You made a mistake. And Eloise is like, no, I'm meaning to. And the feeling that she's in is one of such abundance and overflow. And she does it and press send. And she's in the state of like, when I appreciate the leaves and the color of the trees. And think about this. This has a ripple effect of how we make someone's day. When I tip the bill at the salon, the woman I know goes on to treat the next customers incredible. When I do it at the restaurant, there's a ripple effect to all the next people that come in to the restaurant. You can do it with your money. You can do it with your compliments, with the way that you engage. We pay it forward. Giving not to get, giving. Think of that ripple effect. I have a really fun story. I was in a hotel in Toronto, the one hotel not too long ago, and I tipped the bill at breakfast. And the woman came back, and I had asked for something slightly different, and they just opened. And I, um, I knew it was like a thing for me to get this, and it wasn't why I tipped the bill. It was that I had intuition. Here's the other thing about giving is that it must be sporadic. Like when you have the feeling to give and pay it forward, do it. And I was at the restaurant and I left this 100% and it was like, typing in my number and she came back and she's like, "You made a mistake." And I said, "I didn't. That was on purpose. That's for you." And she said, "Thank you." And she had tears in her eyes. And I knew I had a feeling why. I sort of overheard I overheard the manager give her a little bit of grief because she had put my order in with requesting a change. And I knew about it because she came back and said, "Please don't share this on Instagram because if the kitchen makes this modification for you, it might make it think that it's a thing and we can always do it." And she had tears in her eyes. And I knew in that moment it made a difference. Like it was one of her first days. And the feeling of giving just to give is incredible. I see Matt's comment. He says, "I've done that before as a server, gone back to say you tip too much." Well, we're going to talk about that because that's the third step of the trifecta of magnetizing money is actually receiving. The giving can be in any form as long as you feel it. Really feel the abundant state. And so number 2 is giving. And so it has to be sporadic. You must feel it. It's like a random act of kindness. Giving a compliment, helping someone, a stranger, a random act when you feel inspired to do it. In your words, in your time, in your energy, in your money. Where can you give today? Where can you give abundance today and feel it? Share it with me. Think about it. And then be open. So then when the idea drops into your mind, you do it. Now, this is the thing. You might have the idea to tip the bill and then you're like, "Mm, mm, really? Maybe 25%." And like what happens is our logical mind gets in the way and it stops us. Do it. Do it. Bring yourself back to the state of gratitude, appreciation, of having, of seeing what is already there, of abundance. Where can you give today? Where can you give abundance today in the feeling? And then think of the ripple effect and recognize how this feels. Now this is step 2. This is the trifecta. This is like magnetizing because where you put your focus, it grows. And I want you to start by asking yourself where you can give. And then I want you to expand it to all areas. So it might be very easy for you to give compliments. It might be convenient for you to give money. It might be easy for you to give time. And now I'd like you to expand giving compliments, giving in all areas. So notice where it's easy. I love the hearts. Thank you for the love. I see you, Miss Catherine. Notice where it's easy for you to give and then expand that same feeling to the other areas. So if you naturally give compliments, let's overflow it into the money and continue to grow. That's number 2. That's part 2 of the trifecta, giving in the feeling. So what comes naturally to you is part of your habitual way, so we want to expand it. Does everyone get that? You resonate with that? So if it's easy for you to give money, then expand it into the compliments, into your time, into your energy. You can give whatever you want. You can give based on whatever you want. It's the logical mind that tells you that there is a limit. Will this live be saved on Instagram? It will. And let's put in the link where you can get access to it more permanently. Okay. Thank you for asking. Good. Now, the third part, the trifecta of magnetizing yourself to money and becoming a vibrational match to money. The trifecta, the third piece is receiving. So we have seeing, number 1, seeing, having, feeling it now, expanding the feeling, noticing what is there rather than what is missing. Number 1. Number 2 was giving. Giving in the same feeling. Giving in the same feeling in all parts, in all areas, not only money and money. The third part is the receiving. The third piece is receiving. And yeah, I noticed that some people said that receiving is not easy for some of you. I get that. Oh, I just saw that my thing came down. Receiving may not be easy, and that's why we are going to practice it here. See, if you think about it, receiving is the other part of the giving, isn't it? So by you receiving, you are someone else's giving. You are receiving someone else's gift, receiving someone else giving. And so you want to graciously receive, eagerly give, and graciously receive in the same feeling of abundance, of overflow, in the same feeling. It's the feeling. So when we receive, we say thank you. And this is the feeling. And what I say to myself is like, thank you. Like I am the vibrational match for your giving. I attracted this to me. I am the vibrational match for receiving this, like your giving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the money. Thank you. It's a feeling of abundance, like when I relish and see the beauty in the trees. You want to recognize your energy in order to receive. You attracted this gift. You are in harmony. So feel it, savor it, elongate the feeling to receive. The same feeling. Graciously receive. You are the receiver of someone else's giving. You don't want to rob the giver, do you? And it's like this. What goes out must come back. It's the infinity, it's the wave, it's the ripple effect. Now, I want to help you with those people that have a hard time receiving. Put up your hand if that's you. If you until yesterday. So now we're going to change that for you right now. How does that sound? Okay. So I want you to now put yourself in the feeling of now you're the giver. So imagine you are giving someone a gift. Imagine you are giving someone a gift. And let's give a scenario. You are with your best friend and you're out shopping. And your best friend is trying on clothes and she looks amazing in the clothes, and there's this shirt that she absolutely loves, and she feels like now she can't spend the money on that. She's not in a position. And so you think in your mind, I'm going to get that for her and I'm going to surprise her. So somehow, like as she's now in the change room and you grab it and you like sneak up to the cash and you pay for it and you then put it in your bag and it's going to be a secret. And you plan to give her this gift, your best friend, you're going to surprise her with this. Does that feel good? You're like, oh, this is so amazing. She loved the way the shirt looked on her. And like, this is going to be so incredible. I can't wait to give her this. Everyone there? You're in that feeling. And it feels so good. You're the giver. Well, what happens next? There are a few scenarios that might happen. Imagine your friend gets out of the change room and you're walking now through the courtyard and you're on your way to lunch and your friend says, I love that shirt. Like, gosh, it looks so good. I can't wait. Like, I can't wait till I have it. It looks so good. I'm so grateful that I got to try it on. Didn't it look good on me? And you're like, yeah, it's amazing. You look amazing. And I can't wait for you to have it too. And your friend and you are going for lunch and she's just like so grateful for the experience of being able to be in that store and try it on. And you are like bubbling up inside because you know at lunch you're going to give her that gift. And all is good. Scenario 1. Scenario 2, you're leaving the store and your friend is like, why didn't you tell me to get that? Like, you told me not to get it. Meanwhile, you told her not to get it because you wanted to surprise her, and she didn't feel right. But I really wanted it. Why did you tell me not to get it? Are you just like jealous because of how good it looked on me? I should have got it. I should have got it. Maybe I'll go back. Oh, why did you say that? I don't I don't feel I don't feel right. I don't feel complete not having it now. Why did I listen to you anyway? I know I didn't have the money, but I couldn't like I really wanted it, and I think you just were you jealous because it looked so good on me? Now as the giver, how do you feel? Hmm. I was planning on giving it to you at I'm I'm not sure. Can you relate? As the giver, you're like, "Oh, I don't know." Scenario 3. Well, I wanted that shirt and it looked awesome. And I think I'm going to go back and get it after lunch. Let's go back. I really want to go back and get it. And thank you for being here with me. I don't quite feel good not getting it. And so I'm going to go back. I don't know if I should like what why didn't you think I shouldn't have got it? It didn't look good on me? And then you go have lunch and you present the person with a gift in all three scenarios. In scenario 1, the woman, your best friend is like, "Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Huh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you." And she's in tears. Scenario 2, she's probably embarrassed, or maybe you don't even give it to her. You like dump it in the trash on the way. In scenario 3, maybe she's like, "Oh no, you shouldn't have. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. Let me give you the money for it." Think of how you feel as the giver. You are the receiver of someone else's giving. And if you aren't receiving in abundance, in a state of gratitude and appreciation of the first step 1 of having, you are robbing someone else's step. You're robbing them of becoming an energetic match. You're taking away the opportunity of their giving. You graciously receive with an open heart. You are the vibrational match of their gift, or they wouldn't be giving it to you. You magnetize yourself to that abundance. Graciously receive it. You are the receiver of someone else's giving. Thank you. There's nothing else that needs to be done. You don't need to give it back because that's coming from lack. It's not a trade. We give sporadically. Give abundance, receive abundance. Number 3 is receiving. You attracted this gift. You want to be that person that you want your receiver to be when you receive. Be that now with all the world, in all areas of your life. See, this morning when we saw the sunrise, the cotton candy sunrise, and my daughter was so eager to share it with us, to give it to us. Imagine if I would have just been like, no, like, no big deal. Go on. She was so excited in this state of gratitude for the cotton candy sky. You are the receiver for someone else's giving. It's not trading. Because someone gives, that's an obligation. If you think you have to return something, that's not graciously receiving. It's a trade. That's not this. See, the infinity of abundance, the boomerang, it doesn't necessarily come back to the person you gave it to. It comes back from the abundance of the universe. And that's the beautiful piece. You got to be open to receiving it. It's not a trade. It's not an expectation because I gave you this da 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 da. That's the beauty. It's when we feel in our heart, when we are inspired, we have the impulse to give. That's the beauty. When we look up and you open your eyes and you see the cotton candy sunrise. That's the gift. So magnetizing yourself to money. It's more than being about money. It's abundance. There's a trifecta to it. Number one, seeing and feeling. It's in the having of it now. Number two, giving. You cannot give what you don't have. So number two will not happen if you have not stepped in to the feeling throughout your entire day of step one. Notice what you already have, what's already there in all areas of your life. Number two is giving. Giving of money, giving of time, giving of compliments, giving. Number three is receiving. Receiving graciously. Noticing all that comes, all that you've attracted. It's the be, do, have, isn't it? Be is the feeling. It's a state of abundance. It's this wave of feeling that comes over you to being. The giving must be in the same state and the receiving. So we be it by seeing it, by acknowledging it, by having it. And then we give it, and where we put what we give comes back. It's circulation. Money must be kept in circulation. It's circulation. And then we have. Today, this trifecta, it must become a habit, a way of your being. In order for you to become the magnet to money, magnet to abundance, all areas of your life. And in order to have it become a way of life for you, we are announcing a movement, something really, really special that will transform the world. And this is free. It is a movement that we are creating, the abundance movement. See, science shows that the adult brain takes 14 to 21 days to break its existing synapses, like its connections to the way that we do things, to the way that we experience life. Science shows that the adult's brain takes 14 to 21 days to break its existing patterns and to form new connections and new patterns. So today, and this webinar is to announce a very special new initiative called the Abundance Movement. It's a 33-day challenge or movement. And during these 33 days, that's where you can start. And it's my wish, my goal, my vision that you continue for another 33 days, another 33 days, and another 33 days. This challenge, this movement will have you actually stay accountable to this trifecta, this three-prong approach. And I'm going to explain it in a moment on how it all works. But I want to share with you my vision, our vision. Our Team Empress came up with this. Imagine it starts with you. You declare that I'm in. You're going to go to the website and join the movement. It's free. Join the movement. Just acknowledge and say, I'm in. Imagine that it starts with you in this movement and declaring that you'll be a part of this. And you register and you follow along. Thank you. I see some of you are saying, I'm in. I want to hear. And you see abundance, you give abundance, and you receive abundance. And you're with us and you are participating and you change your life. You magnetize yourself to money. Imagine you putting your oxygen mask on first, and we lock arms and we do this together, and your life changes just like mine did. And there's a ripple effect to this because now you are activating pillar number 2. You're giving abundance. Now as you go into the coffee shop, you tip the bill. As you're in the park, you see a woman with lots of grocery bags and you go and help her and you give her a compliment. You pay it forward and you receive abundance now in a whole new way. Imagine the ripple effect of this in the world. It starts with you. And what I see is a world where we pop up as a community, as the abundance movement. And imagine now a group of us in a park. And we are all there in this state, in this feeling of abundance. And we notice this beautiful park and we acknowledge it and we're savoring it. And then we're giving it. So we're randomly going up to strangers and we give a compliment or we hand out coffees or gift cards for coffees. And we're doing this together as a community. Imagine the ripple effect in the world of paying this forward. Isn't that so cool? The abundance movement. We launch it today. We start today. I see this going and just like transforming the world. The world needs this right now. I see this making people's day. And it's 3 prongs, like I shared with you. 3 pillars. Let's take this global, says the team. Isn't it beautiful? And we're going to use the hashtag the abundance movement. You can see it in the chat. See, during these 3 pillars, by you being this, by you saying, "I'm in," we and you do this for 33 days in your life. Okay, so it says it's 14 to 21 days to create a new habit. I want to just show you what's going to happen in your own brain. During you activate these 3 pillars, right? The seeing, the giving, the having, the seeing, the giving, the receiving. And then you start to create new synapses, new connections, new ways of being, new emotions in your brain. And you create a new neural network, literally. And as soon as that process is complete, science shows this, that you'll start seeing a different world. You'll start experiencing different experiences in the world. And it's not the world that changed. It's your perception of the world changed, so the world changed. And as you practice all 3 pillars, you strengthen this connection of abundance in your own brain. And it's going to show up as money. It's going to show up as more love. It's going to show up as more time. It is my purpose in life to not have people settle. It is my purpose in life to have you know to expect abundance, to understand that abundance is your birthright. My wish, my desire, my whole purpose out as a team, as the Empress team, in launching the abundance movement and having this go viral is that it starts with you. And then we change the world. We change the world one person at a time. And so as you declare and you go to the website, theabundancemovement.ca, as you go to the website, you say, join the movement, and that's your declaration. And now let me tell you how it works. How it works is this. You are going to practice the trifecta of abundance every single day for the next 33 days. And it's my goal that you continue and you continue and continue for the rest of your life. Join it now. Use the link. Make sure the link's working. Theabundancemovement.ca. Join it now. I already did. Good. Good. Okay. So let's just make sure it's working. Go to the website, click on it, and join it. 25 people have joined it so far. Good. Join it. Declare it. This is what you do for the next 33 days. You see abundance and you acknowledge it in your day. You stop and you savor the beverage. You take a photo of the tree, of the beauty in nature. You see abundance now and you acknowledge it. You find a dime, maybe you take a photo, maybe you write a post about it. Perhaps you paint a photo or paint a picture of it. You acknowledge it in your way. Number 2 is you now give. You give abundance every single day. Every single day in your way, and you use all the different ways. It may be easiest and natural for you to give a compliment. That's what you can do today, and tomorrow maybe it's money. The next day perhaps it's your time. The third prong is to receive. You're going to track and notice where you receive abundance, where you receive unexpected gifts. And you say thank you. You graciously receive. Now we have an incredible tool for you. We have a tracker. We have a journal that we've created for you. And every day you click the link to the tracker and you complete the steps in the tracker. It's very simple. You tell us how you saw it, and you can even upload a photo. You show us what you tell us how you gave it and explain what you did. The third prong, you say how you received it, and there's even a place for you to track the value that you've received. And you can upload photos. Make sure that you do it every day, and you're going to commit to doing this every day for the next 33 days. If you miss a day, that's fine. Just continue the next day. So day 1, day 2, day 3, miss day 4, that's fine. The next day would be day 4. Every single day you use your journal, your tracker. And this is a beautiful, because at the end of 33 days, we will be able to show you what and how the abundance movement has changed your life. And we've got some surprises for all of you that are in the movement. Just follow along the prompts in the journal, and we are tracking it for you. And we'll be able to show you at the end how this changed your life. Isn't that beautiful? 33 days straight. The website is theabundancemovement.ca. Let's put it on Instagram and both Facebook for our listeners. Now, there's another part to the challenge. We want this to go viral. So, our beautiful team has created tags for you to print at home. And you can print at home, and there are these little tags that you can print out and cut. And every time you give, you leave a tag. So when you give a compliment, pass on, pay it forward, and give them a tag so that they too can pay it forward and pay it forward and pay it forward. Do you see? The abundance movement has a ripple effect. So print these off if you can. And when you give, you're also going to give a tag. Isn't that beautiful? So others can find the abundance movement and then pay it forward. Irene printed them already. There are things that you can do as well if you want to give abundance on a larger scale, and perhaps you paint a mural. You could leave a tag, or perhaps you leave a $10 in the forest where you're hiking, or a $100 bill for someone to find. Leave a tag with it so that others can join the movement. Isn't that beautiful? We are also asking that you use the hashtag the abundance movement. There's the Facebook group that you'll join, and you can tag us on Instagram as well as tag me on Instagram, and I will share your posts. We start today, and here is the beautiful thing. It's ongoing. So my day 1 may be someone else's day 33. It's ongoing. So you'll never miss out. You'll always have an opportunity to share. And the people that you leave better today through the abundance movement can join us next week, tomorrow. And this has a ripple effect. Do you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Hashtag the abundance movement. 3-prong approach. Now, I have one more incredible announcement. This webinar today is about magnetizing you to money, and I promise you will receive more money. This is where we start. This is the foundation to attracting and magnetizing more money. Without this, money will not stay. Did you hear me? You might attract it and it won't stay. This is the foundation, and I want you on a solid foundation. In the couple weeks after we've been in this challenge for a while, and you've recalibrated your mind to abundance, I am going to put on a very special masterclass over a weekend. And it's one I've done before. And we've called it How to Attract 1,000 in a Weekend. And I know you'll be in such a state of abundance that you'll be able to attract 10,000 in a weekend. And I'm going to come in and work with you again and show you what the next step to attracting the money is. And it's a special webinar, how to attract 10,000 over a weekend. How does that sound? So you'll have a chance to register in the Facebook group once you've joined the Abundance Movement. You'll have a chance to join the webinar. Yeah. And we'll take it to the next step. So just like every piece, we want a strong foundation, which is why we're doing it this way. How does that sound? And the masterclass is free. Stay tuned. This is your day one if you choose it to be day one. This is day one for me. Love it. We are loving technology and crashing certain platforms. We know the energy is good when we break it down. Okay, so this is so exciting. I just want to thank the Empress team. You can see them commenting here in the community. Thank you to Julianne. Thank you to Courtney. Thank you to all of our success ambassadors. Thank you to all of you for already sharing it, for already jumping in. This is huge. You know the feeling when you just know that what you're up to is so massive? Yeah, this is how I feel. The abundance movement. And you are here. You attracted to find out more about it. It's so good. I just want to breathe that in for a moment because I have big visions for this. Like seeing this literally change the world, and the world needs this right now. And it's so simple. Remember that it starts with step one, seeing it and feeling it. Put your own oxygen mask on first and help me get the word. The challenge is ongoing. It doesn't end. It's ongoing. 33 days because it's a magical number. Commit to that. And as you get to your 33 days, I believe you'll want to do another 33 and another 33. Let's look at the ripple effect of it all. and seeing that it's so good that it just becomes a way of life for you. Does that resonate? Join us in the Facebook group if you're not here already. Join the movement, declare that you're in the abundancemovement.ca and share it so that others can join us. I'm so grateful and I'm so excited about this gift. We are coming to a close now. If you have questions, you can post them in the group. Share, use your journal, use the hashtag as I launch this, and it goes viral. I'm proud of you for being here. Know that this is the foundation to magnetize yourself to money. This is the first step. And then in a couple weeks' time, we'll come back together again and I will show you how to manifest 10,000 in a weekend now that you're on this strong foundation. And we'll be back again. I'm grateful. Thank you to this incredible team that got all this ready. Courtney, you're incredible. Jules, thank you. To the success ambassadors who are here for you, thank you. And to all of you that spent today with me, thank you for being here. I will see you in the group. Expect abundance.